Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. So today we're back at Riverhorse and we're looking at a brand new soon to be crowdfunded game called Krowdfunder. You'll be able to see it on Kickstarter or crowdfunding sources in 2019, but we thought we'd give you an early glimpse of it to see get you excited for the game. So I'm here with Alessio, who is the designer of the game.
Hi.
Jack, who helped design the game. I'll develop the game. He's not with us today, but we do have Zach and Dave from Riverhorse as well to help us play. So I guess if you want to explain a little bit, Alessio, and then we can get on and play the game.
Absolutely. So this idea has been going on for quite a while, but now we got to actually make it happen. So it's a crowdfunded game about crowdfunding. The whole thing is really a bit of fun to get into the crowdfunding in a kind of with a light-hearted take. I mean, whenever we do a crowdfunding, and we've done quite a few now, it always has ups and downs, emotional joyrides, and it always felt a bit like a game to me. You know, as a game designer, I suppose, I was like, this is like a giant game with rules and things and do's and don'ts and good strategies, bad strategies, and there's so much community involvement, things that maybe for a while seemed like a good idea, then the mood changes, is a different idea. So basically, we try to capture that into a fun game and a fun card game that we will bring to the community, and we're gonna be really a bit silly with this in a good way. We're gonna try a few things, make it a little bit experimental, a bit of a meta to this project. So for example, the community will be very involved with the designing this. Some of the community people will be in the actual cards for the game. So and we'll take definitely on board suggestions and contributions, and hopefully it's going to be a bit of fun where we look at the community that has grown around the crowdfunding and kind of its stereotypical things, all the jokes, all the in-jokes that happen, all the things that the ranty guys and the super excited backers and the super backers, all of that, basically, a lot of that culture and a lot of that crowd.
Awesome. So what we've got here is we've got the first prototype of the game. We had a little playthrough earlier on as well, just so I can get my head around it, so I can talk with a little bit more knowledge about it. So essentially what we have is, it's kind of split up into three sections. We've got campaign cards, which are kind of the player cards. They're the cards that we play with as it goes. We have audience cards, and these are basically the funding, these are the audience that, explain this right. Explain it to me again.
They're backers.
Yeah, that's right. The audience is the backers. That's right. Yeah, not you, audience. Yeah, and then we have the project cards. These are the cards that you fund. So I guess let's just get into the game. We'll explain it as we go, and hopefully, if you can't see it on camera too well for certain bits, we'll get some close-up shots to mix in as well later. So,
okay,
do you want to explain how to play?
Yeah. So of course, this is crowdfunding. So everyone's going to start with a project. So I will deal everyone a project here. There we go. So every single one of these projects you'll see has a picture on it. It's got a name. It's got a crowdfunding goal as well. So that's what we're trying to make. We're then going to get a set of campaign cards.
Before we go there, let's say I got potato salad. It's a very cheap project. I only need 6 coins to make it happen.
I have this lovely cool box, which has some shades and is worth 20.
20, an expensive cool box.
I've got a sexy mole fighting project, which already sounds fantastic. And that costs 9 coins to fund.
I'm trying to fund a fan film, which is either a film about fans or a film made by fans.
And that's 21 coins. So you have the most expensive project, I have the cheapest project.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Then we're going to use the campaign cards to try and meet these projects. So I'm going to deal everyone 6 cards. And we have pre-shuffled these.
Yeah, you've got stacked the deck here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
There we go.
And turn the first card here.
So, we'll spin it that way and then we can get that on that camera as well. So what you'll see is, I'll share my cards here so no one else sees them, but you can. You'll see that they're different colours, and the colours are there is a certain colour for a certain title, and then there are 6 different, no, there's 5, sorry, isn't it? There's 5 different types.
Yes.
Where there is video, there is buzz, there is stretch goals, there's pledge, and there is add-ons as well. So what the idea of the game is, you need to get a full set of those 5, and then you'll also see on the cards here, we'll get a better shot in as well, is that there are symbols here. So we have smiley faces, which are happy backers. We have sad faces, which are not so happy backers. And then we also have some cards which have a coin on as well, which look like a little kind of plus symbol or a little button on there. And it's a mixture of those happy backers, sort of the sum total of happy minus not so happy backers times by the number of coin you have. And once you have all 5 of the different sort of titles or subjects that you need, you can then claim and back your launch your project.
Yeah, we try to really, I mean, as well as having fun, actually, in a way to present crowdfunding and our experience of it to a crowd, or even to people that don't know about crowdfunding.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see, we have a project we want to fund. There's an audience that we need to capture. And in here, there are the five suits are actually 5 elements, real elements of a crowdfunding campaign.
Yeah.
So you have pledges, you have video, you have bads, you have add-ons, and you have stretch goals. So those are the 5 suits, all color-coded.
Yes.
And some of them increase the number of backers you have, so the number of smiley faces. Yeah. Some of them increase the number of money that each backer will take to you. Because every crowdfunding depends, there's 2 factors. One is the number of people, and one is the money that each person pledges.
Yes.
So those 2 factors, you will have as many happy backers, as many coins, as in contribution per backer. So you total these up, and then multiply them. And that's how much you raised.
Yeah. Yeah. And what we also have here is, you'll see we've got 5 of these audience cards now. So depending upon how many players you play, and I think is it 2 to 5 players that did we say before?
2 to 4.
2 to 4, sorry. So what you do is you have 1 audience card for each player, plus an extra one as well. So with 2 players, you'd have 3 of these audience cards down.
Of course, I say 2 to 4 in its initial form. Who knows what's going to happen during the campaign? This may end up very different. 1 to 5, solo mode. There will be all sorts of, all things that come out. Again, part of the fun and the experience of the crowdfunding. Yeah. There's always, oh no, I wanted more players. I wanted solo mode. Where's the solo mode? Kind of thing. There's always all of that is fun. Anyway. Okay, so we memorize these cards. So we check where the best bits of audience are. There's a terrible card, Trolls on the Loose over there. 2 angry backers. The angry backers, or ex-backers, as we call them.
So you can see on the cards here is we've got kind of 1 smiley face here, 1 here. There's 2 on this card.
2 on this one.
2 on that one, and 2 sad faces on that one. So we need to now remember what's on those cards as we now flip them over.
Which seems simple now.
Yes.
In 3-4 turns, with all other things in our head, suddenly it may be a bit less obvious.
Exactly, yes. So, next stage is... so what we have here is we kind of have the player pile, if you like, and the campaign cards that we are using. So whoever goes first now gets to either play one of the cards from their hand, or they get to take a card from the deck. So who's going first?
No, I think
Who dealt? You dealt.
Yes, I dealt.
Okay.
So I'm going to take this pledge card here and add it to my hand, and then I will discard this call for.
So the 3 actions are either you pick a card from here and then discard, or you pick a card from here, the top card from here, and discard, or you launch, or you play a update card.
Yes.
Update cards are like random cards. They have special effects, special rules that kind of trigger exception to the rules. Of course.
So, me to go now. So, as you can probably see from my hand, I need to do...
My eyesight's not that good.
Yeah, I'm forgetting you can see the screen. We need to do something to get our 5 different suits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a card. And I am going to play one which has one of the unhappy backers, because you don't want to have any of those in your hand. They will negatively affect your overall score at the end. So, that's my turn played.
I am going to start off simply, I think, just going to draw a card from the deck. Put that there, and then discard, again, a bad card. Or a neutral one.
You had 0 value card, yeah. Okay, I will play my first update card. The card is a market research card, and I read what it does. So I choose a player, and I basically ask them for one of the suits. So, for example, if I have an idea, nothing much has been revealed yet. So I will start with say, Andy, do you have a you have a pledge card for me?
I don't have a pledge card.
So I'll read the rest.
Yeah.
They must give you a card of that type and draw a card from here. If they cannot, they show you their hand. So they show me your hand. Okay. Just look away. Look away. Look away. I see. Okay. So they show you your card, and I draw a card. So basically, this had no effect. Didn't work, and I have to draw a card, and that leaves maybe 6 cards, so I'm done.
Yeah. So you always have to have a hand of 6, basically. At the end of your turn, you have 6 cards.
So I'm going to draw from the top of the campaign deck here. And then I will discard this rather fetching hippo.
Okay, so again, I will draw a card. And I think I will then... I'll play another fetching hippo.
There's a few hippos in it.
Yeah, unsurprisingly.
I wonder why that is. Right.
I am...
Oh, sorry. One thing, of course, we'll have to... That pink hippo character that is the kind of our totem animal of the company, which still hasn't got a name, so that will be part of the campaign, naming it.
Ah, interesting.
Yes.
I'm half polling for Hippo Face by the end of the
Hippo Face.
I'm going to mix things up. I'm going to play this update card, which is Analytics. So I shuffle all the audience cards and place them back face down.
So now when we had to remember where the positive cards were, we have no idea anymore now. So, yeah, that kind of mixes things up a bit.
Oh, dear. Oh, no, there's a very bad one in there.
Yeah. So you'll see when we come to the point where somebody funds, tries to launch their campaign, launch their project, you'll see that you have to basically grab for one of these audience cards. Now we don't know which one to grab for.
So I also can look at one of them before sort of...
Poker Face that.
So I'll look at the one closest to me, just because.
We now need to be able to read your hand movement when you grab for it and see if we can get there first.
So I discard that and I draw a card just to get back up to 6.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, my go. I'm tempted to pick this card back into my hand, so the next time I play it and shuffle them around so that I get to look at an audience card. Yeah. But it would be a lot of effort not trying to fund my project. So there's 2 turns wasted. So maybe not. I'll try to get the... Okay, I will discard a poo card.
Yeah.
I'm going to come and pick another campaign card.
It's dead in the water. So nothing happens, silence. When your Kickstarter kind of stalls and things, if you've been there, it's not nice.
And
hence a poo card.
And I'm going to discard this rather familiar gentleman, I think.
Staff pick.
Yeah.
Why didn't you familiar?
It's almost like looking into a mirror there, isn't
it? Betcha.
Okay.
Remind me to kill that.
I'm going to take a card, and I think I will play it straight back down because it's not what I need.
Product saturation. Product saturation, yeah. That's not a very good buzz.
Play another update card. Cycle of ideas. So I search the discard pile for any campaign card, and then I show it to everyone, and then put it in my hand.
Oh, so you get to pick the card you want from what's already been played.
Let's see what the best options here are.
Flexible, but certainly those are normally bad cards because people have discarded them. So you have a good choice of cards, but they're not very good cards.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it probably wouldn't be in the discard pile. Okay, it could help you to get back an update card.
That's
powerful
true.
one.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm going to bring this hippo back to life. I'm taking this card from the discard pile, putting it back in my hand.
Actually, reading the card, you cannot get an update card. This is just literally bad.
Yes, you can only take one of the kind of
suits. One of the 5 suits, yeah. Right.
Maybe I should read the rules.
Yeah. Your go, Alessio.
Oh, is it me? Sorry,
yes.
I was miles away. Okay. Go from that. Well, we'll have I'll discard the bearded celebrity. Bath card.
Excellent.
Continuing the action I seem to be taking, I'm going to take the top campaign card. Trying to find the one that I need. Discard another buzz.
Yeah, I'm going to also take a card. With my best poker face, that's a little bit more helpful. And I will discard Funny Guy Presenter card from the video.
Okay, I think this time I'm going for a straightforward draw a card. That is what I'm looking for, unfortunately. Yeah. Language barrier.
Ooh. Language barrier. Bonjour. Is it my go?
It is.
Launch!
Oh,
no! I was thinking, I have one chance in 5. Whatever I draw, except that one, it will found.
So what happened there was Alessio's ready to launch his campaign. You shout launch, you grab the cards you want. Ordinarily, you might know which one is which, but because we shuffled them up. So yeah.
Yes.
So you don't have to grab the one in front of you, you grab any of the audience cards.
And I thought, well, no, there's 5, one is bad, and will actually unfund me, everything else will fund me. Oh well, come on, just grab the nearest one, which happened to be the bad one. So it is a disaster. Right, how does this work? If I put them here, will people be able to see? Right, so I have launched because I have all 5 suits. So, and I have a very cheap project, so I really wanted to launch as soon as possible to try to, basically the sooner you launch, the less chances there are, the fewer chances there are for other people to have enough to fund their project. As I have a very cheap project, I thought, yeah, let's launch. You know, the only thing I could go wrong is if I draw
the wrong one.
The wrong audience card, because now we shuffled. Otherwise, you know, that shuffle card destroyed me, because otherwise I wouldn't know where to draw. So I have these 3 suits.
Yep.
They all give gold, so I have 3 coins effectively. And of these 2 suits, obviously I have 2 bad cards, so I'll pick the best one. I'll use that one, the 2 backers. So at the moment, I do that. I have 3 audience times 3. Yeah, so there will be a 9. Normally, I would add my audience card, which normally is a good thing. So I would have 4, maybe, you know, an extra one here. So I would go well. Unfortunately, I've drawn that audience card, which kind of burns my 2 backers, leaving me only 1 happy backer. So it would be a 1, 2, 3 times 1. So I score a total of 3 because of the trolls on the loose. so I thought I was going to do it, and then trolls destroyed my crowdfunding campaign. You might have seen this before. And so therefore my potato salad, there is only 6. I score a total of 3, does not fund.
So you don't fund.
Defeat.
Now, because we've all grabbed an audience card, we get to use whatever cards we have from each of those suits. So we wouldn't have the full sort of all 5 suits, but whatever we've got, we can then still count them up.
Yeah, basically, you launch when you have the full suit, but you can also launch without add-ons or without stretch goals. You can still launch, and you do your best with a campaign that is not quite the way you want.
Cool. So I'll show what I've got here. So I've got a video one, which has 3 happy backers. We have a stretch goal, which has 3 coins. We have a fan article for Buzz, which has 1 happy backer, and we have a pledge, which has 1. So I've got 4 of those. My audience card also adds an extra 1. So I've got 5 times 4, so which would be 20 coins, and my project only costs 9 coins to fund, so my project funds.
Yeah, you went quite over your target there.
Yeah,
you scored 20 out of of a project of 9. So what's the project again?
It is the Sexy Mole Fighting.
That's a great game. Yes. Right.
I have I scored a very good audience card with 2 happy backers. That was the one I looked at when I played the update card.
Yeah.
It unfortunately is not enough. I've been brought to 20, and I needed 21. So,
just shy.
This fan film has overspent. I don't have enough budget for it.
So you would have needed either 1 more gold or 1 more backer, and you're missing what was
I don't have any pledge cards.
There's no pledges. Okay, yes. So your pledge structure was not very good.
Yeah.
Yours is a little bit healthier, Dave.
Mine's a little bit healthier. I've got a total of 4 coins here across my card, and I quite like this one. It shows that we're actually going to have some, hopefully some of our actual backers art in the game as well.
Yep.
We're also working with some guest artists, so this is some different art from the rest of the game. This is from Scott Johnson, and he's given me some happy backers. And my audience card, thankfully, was a +2, which gives me exactly 20.
Wow.
Which was exactly what I needed for my project. So I've managed to fund that and get a good way forward in the game.
So by launching,
yes,
I have funded your 20, funded your 9. Luckily, I managed to damage yours, so I achieved that at least. But also, I didn't know the salad.
So I've now funded my project. Dave's funded his project. The way you win this game is it's the first person to fund 40 coins worth of projects. So Dave is well on the way now with 20. So even though I had 20 coins for my project, I overfunded. My project's only worth 9 at the moment. So I've got a little bit further to go. So we'll reset for the next round. And we'll come back. Yeah, so we're back now with the second round again, which we're trying to continue to fund. And we've got the 5 audience cards. We're all just perusing those to make sure we know what they are. We're ready to flip.
I notice that the bad card is facing me again.
Of course.
Yes. You can go anywhere.
Before we start with the next round, one important thing that I think is worth pointing out is that we're playing the core game here, the basic game, if you want, with the simple basic rules, where basically to win you need 40 points of projects, which obviously means that cheap projects are easy to achieve, but obviously score less towards your total, and big projects are better to have. However, we also felt that you overfunded quite a lot. So we have a set of advanced rules, of course, that will be evolved with the community. But I think that the advanced rules already take into account that if you want to play a more sophisticated, longer game, you can actually record how much you actually fund, how much you get, and the scoring really high, going a lot over your fund, it will be important if you play, the advanced game. But in the basic game, it is about 40. You kept it fast and furious, and so that the game doesn't last very long. So that will be your choice.
So, projects-wise, what have you guys got? I've got a 2D pen, which is worth 8 coins.
I've got myself some combustible cats, which is worth 10.
Non-IP infringing cats?
No, not at all.
I've got one of those clickety cubes. 16.
Okay.
And I have a licensed board game. Reminiscent of something.
Looks very familiar with it.
For 14.
An archery sporting hippo there. Yeah. So.
A lady hippo with a bow. Some type of body armor.
Okay, so how do we decide who goes? It moves around.
So it was Alessio that funded his last project.
Yes.
So he dealt and set out the cards. So I will go first.
Cool.
And of course, we designed this to be a fast party game, so I'm going to launch.
I was almost about to grab the game.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Yes, thankfully I was in a very fortunate position that I was actually dealt one of each, which can happen sometimes. And my project's quite cheap.
Well, you got 6 cards, 5 suits. So I think somebody please do the calculation that statistically, we have to probably tell you how many of these campaign cards there are. It doesn't really happen very often.
I'm just very lucky.
This has not gone very well.
Well, you're only lucky if you actually...
I have funded as well.
Oh, yeah.
So if I show the camera, the 2 cards I got, Video and Buzz, cancel each other out. But because I know where the audience card for 2 is, I managed to grab that. And then I have 5 coins here. Gives me a total of 10, which allows me to meet my funding goal.
It's amazing.
Like the perfect hand.
It was the perfect hand in the instant, so I was very lucky.
So you've launched. You've now got another 10 towards your funding target. I actually had what appeared to be initially was quite a poor hand because I've got 3 update cards, which obviously don't count towards the towards sort of the funding. But I do have 2 coins for customer service.
I have another
2 coins for the stretch goal. Unfortunately, I grabbed the 1 rather than the 2. If I grabbed a 2, I'd have had 2 times 4, which would have been 8, and it would have funded me. But I didn't make my funding this time.
I have missed it as well. I have 2 update cards, and then I've only got 3 different suits. So only got 5 backers times 2. I need 16. So
who's got a 10?
Nothing for me again.
Yes. Unfortunately for me, I think I have this signed copy add-on where I recognize the signature, and I have another good card, so it's 3. My video is brilliant, mentored by Spielberg, and I have that I grabbed that can as opposed to this one because I was just about to grab it. Because the sympathy world, I would have nuked myself even more. Unfortunately, it's a total of 9, and my game was 14. I also had 2 update cards, which I was looking forward to using. Nice special effects, but special rules. But so no, I don't fund. No. So I guess that was a very good effect of playing early. Yeah. Good strategy. Except it's pony strategy in this case.
Okay, so we'll reset and we'll come back for the next round. Right, so we're back for the third round now, and my project is Zombie Cider, which happens to be Zombies in Cider. So that's 15 coins to fund that one. Yours, Zach?
I've got Some Guy's Sky, a video game of some kind. Yeah, big fan of that one, so going to try and get to 18 for funding.
Well, I have a utility coat. You must. It's a must-have.
Of course.
And I have this perfectly normal bag.
It's what you need.
Normal bag. Some of these jokes are just evil and that's Krowdfunder, a normal bag.
I've seen crazier things.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so...
so you dealt, so it's up to play.
I go first. Okay, so I am going to start. Oh, we need to
flip these over, don't we?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Flip over them.
And before we take the first turn, it's actually Andy to go first.
Is it?
Because I dealt, because I was the one that launched. So it's Andy to
that's right, yes. So I just dealt the card. That wasn't meant to, that was why.
It's for viewers.
Okay, so what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Reshuffle my hand there. I'll take a card. And I will get rid of this dull video. Not this dull video. This video isn't going to be dull. This dull video.
No, will it?
That's the meta of the game, isn't it?
Right. There's at least 3 meta levels. 3 meta levels.
Right, I'm going for a card off the top. I was about to say what I drew, but I do have a very bad card here, which I'm going to get rid of.
Lifeless.
That is a bad card.
Okay, then it's me. Okay. This card is confusing pledges.
I'm going to draw. Discard this rather fetching Hippo keeper.
Oh, there's 4 other fetching actually. Okay, so I'm going to play my market research, and I'm going to ask Alessio, do you have a stretch goal?
Yes, I do have a stretch goal. I have double content.
Yeah.
And then I pick a card from here, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yep.
So you go back to 6, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right, yeah, it's me. Yes, okay, so I still need to find things. I could go for this card and then use it next turn to try and get what I need, which is tempting. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to draw this update card and get rid of language barrier. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a video card. Not a great video card, but I'll have it. Nevertheless. And replace with this trustworthy postage Canadian Mountie delivering your Kickstarter.
I'm going to come in and draw myself a card for the campaign deck. And discard Quill Kits.
Just pointing that, interestingly, I've drawn a relatively poor video card with the language barrier, which obviously means that I have probably enough to fund or thereabout, but I don't have the right suits. That's why I'm after the right suits.
Okay.
The value of it.
Right, well, I am going to launch.
No, you took the...
Which one was the bad one?
This was a good one. There were 2 others which I didn't memorize. So it's got to be this one.
Oh.
So my cards, I've got.
I got the duck.
let's put them down there. Got stretch goal as well here. So my audience, which I managed to grab, was there too, along with 2 on my video and 1 on the angry YouTuber card there. So that's got 5, and then I've got 3 coins. So 5 times 3 is 15, and I funded 15. So that goes into my pile. How did you guys get on? I can tell by Alessio's tears that not quite as well.
Well, I thought I was done for, but actually I have done okay. Didn't have all 5 types, but I have ended up with 4 backers and 5 coins.
Wow.
Gives me 20 overall.
Yeah, and you needed 18, was that?
Yes.
So you funded as
So
well.
I finally got one.
Yeah.
I'll leave my tale of woe last. Yeah.
I have got myself 5 coins, 1 negative smiley. However, I have enough smileys there to give me 4 smileys, which gives me a total of 20, to which I needed 12 to fund. So that means I have successfully funded my normal bag.
Normal bag.
And also, looking at it, you've also funded your 40 as well.
There we go.
12, 10, and another 20 there. 42.
Yes, but before we go there, so we have a winner.
Yeah.
However,
Alessio.
as the comedy relief, me. So I have lots of coins. Look, 3 coins there, 3 coins there, 2 coins there, 8.
8 coins, amazing.
8 coins, yeah. So
How could you fail?
How could you possibly? Well, I did pick a video card, if you remember, which was because you took the 2 positive things, which I remembered. And the funny thing is that my update card was the captive audience card, so I could have captured this audience and put it here, so nobody could take it. And I thought, no, but it's here, it's close, so I will take it. I'll be fine. Don't need to use it. Really terrible, because then I drawn a bad one, a duck, and a.
So you have a negative 1.
So exactly. So I score the 3, 6, 8 minus 8, which I suspect means that I took the utility code, developed it, got the people's money, and probably ran away with the money. I don't know, a negative thing, or got sued by somebody that that's bad.
Yeah,
and that was just because somebody took my.
Your audience code.
Yes.
Yeah. So
revenge must be mine.
So there you go. We've got Dave as the winner there. Alessio as the designer, not winning his own game, as normally is the case. What I would say is, as you can see, it's meant to be fun. It's meant to be a bit tongue in cheek. The artwork's fantastic. It's a really simple game to to pick up the rules, but it really is fun. And there's a lot of tactics in there in the background as well. Trying to, do I go now? Do I wait another turn? Do I play this? I guess Crowdfunder will be crowdfunding in 2019, so keep an eye out for that. There'll be plenty more coverage building up to it as well, so you can get involved in some of the kind of the community competitions, designing cards, naming the pink hippo, all of those kind of things as well. So we'll be making more videos as we go once some of those things launch. But thank you to you 3 guys for inviting me down and playing this game. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this card game. Let me know some of the things that you would like to see in the game as well. And I'll see you all in the next video.